is our journey today is quite interesting. Perhaps you might have heard about it, and that is a real journey into meditation. So it is the journey starting from the Viveka. We say it is Viveka to Dispassion to Shreyas. Always succeeds in meditation or mindfulness. Patanjali says, Vivek Khyatir Viplava Hanupaya. He teaches us asanas and yama and niyama and pranayama and pratyahar, dharana and dhyan and samadhi. We all know. What is the method? The core of the method. He says Vivek, you see the word is used, Vivek Khyati Viplava Hanupaya. Hanupaya means the method. Buddha uses the third of the four noble truths. There is a way. Fourth, there is a way to get into the highest state of mindfulness. So Patanjali says, when the Viveka is settled in the head, heart, action, you are done. You always live and work in the state of meditation. So what is this stuff, Viveka? First is Viveka, second is Vairagya, third is Shreyas, 3 words. Keep a smile on the face. It is easy, but easy to explain, but extremely challenging to implement in daily life. What is Viveka? So you see that when you understand Viveka and start practicing Viveka in your head as a knowledge practice, that applied Viveka becomes Vairagya or Dispassion. And applied Dispassion will never move your mind to any conflict, duality problems. That mind is so clear that it always takes the path of a Shreyas. Shreyas means what is right and good. And when the mind is totally aware of what is right and good, someone insults you, your mind says, thank you very much. And then you find out the right way to keep a distance or to make the other person understand. You have many options available. It is because of Viveka, it is because of the Dispassion. This is very good for you, Samir and David, in the business. Also, yeah. So it can be applied everywhere. You live into that state. Simple. So now, what is this Viveka? Earring, necklace, bracelet, all are made up of gold. So through my internalization and awareness, I keep simultaneous awareness of all the ornaments plus the essence. What is the essence? Gold. If there is no gold, there is no earring, there is no bracelet, there is no nose pin. Do you see that? That is applied Viveka. That is the second thing that I'm talking about. Applied dispassion. Applied Viveka is dispassion. But what is this Viveka? In every text, by every master, when the person is a seeker, he has to open this topic. So we have already done almost how many sessions? 10 sessions. So I said, let us start with the traditional wisdom. What is Viveka? Literal meaning of Viveka is to separate. How do I know David and Jerry at this moment? Mind has separated. There are 2 people. How many are here? There are 4 people. Including me, there are 5 people. So in a normal literal sense, we say separate. To separate 2 things. To separate it from the mixture. You have a mustard seed mixed with the sand, separating. That is also known as Viveka. But we are coming to meditation. Oh, what about separating milk from the water? It is a complex process. Pay attention. Once you need to contemplate, the topic of Viveka goes into at least 15 and 20 different topics. I'm taking a general topic of Viveka. So to separate a mixture, oh, I see the mob, and there I see Jerry. Oh, here it is. I have separated it. I have seen the neighbor's house, and here is my house. I have separated. It happens habitually and mechanically. Now, we are going to the main Viveka in yoga and meditation. So, it is difficult to separate milk from the water because it is a complex process, but we can separate it. Pay attention. That is how our masters teaches traditionally in a master and a disciple tradition. So did you understand there are 2 things, mustard seed and sand? So we separate. So you recognize the 2 things separately. How do you recognize? By properties. How do I declare Samir is a man, Jerry is a woman? How do I declare? Based on the properties. It may be physical properties, it may be mental properties. In case of 2 chemicals, it may be a chemical properties. That is how we separate. Did you get it? We are going slowly. Viveka is such a topic that will cover everything. Then you can live and speak and work in meditative state all the time. Then it is a complex process to separate milk from the water. Even though it is complex, but there are 2 things we can identify based on their physical properties, chemical properties, right? We can separate. Now the Viveka in the journey of meditation or mindfulness. We separate real from the unreal. We separate ignorance from the wisdom. We separate false from the truth. That is why we chant Asato Ma Satgamaya. That is why it is not chanting will help me. Maybe I continue chanting, I'll become a singer, I will not become a meditator. And I have seen in India, there are great singers who will enchant you singing Asato Ma Satgamaya. But they enchant you, they make your mind absorb into this chanting, but they get absorbed after taking couple of drinks. Because they are singer. They have nothing to do with following the path of meditation. You see, a lot of singers we have here in our country also. Unless they, what they say, unless they go up, they cannot sing. So what is Viveka? In meditation or mindfulness, to separate real from unreal, false from the truth, ignorance from the wisdom. The mainstay is real from the unreal. That is a hell of a task in the journey of meditation, mindfulness. Why? To separate mirage from the water. Mirage means the water in the mirage exists? No, but I see it. Pay attention, now I'm taking you a little deeper, step by step. It takes long time. One has to contemplate and reflect. So water in a mirage. I separate water from in a mirage. So what happens? I am separating unreal from the real. Sky is blue. No. I separate blueness of the sky from the sky. The sky is not blue. Just giving you a brief of it, a taste of it. So here what happens, the puzzle is, the unreal do not exist, the mirage does not exist, and still I have to separate. And the moment you separate in your mind, you are always in meditation. Forget about it. You need not to practice. That's why we say mindfulness is effortlessness practice. Are you getting it a little bit? The jewelries, the earring, nose pin, bracelet, necklace, all are unreal. Do they really exist? No. But my mind says it exists. My mind identifies with its color, with its texture, with its price, lot of things. The same way we identify other people. This beer guy is a teacher, he talks a lot, he gives us meditation session. This is an outer identification. But we all are made up of one essence, one common element, that is pure consciousness. Behind the body, breath, mind, intellect, ego, thought pattern, personality. We are all made up of one essence. So can I live into that simultaneous awareness of one essence, inside and outside? Variations. I live in meditative state. Simple. Think of it. Contemplate on it. The more we work on the mind inside, it is to remove that ignorance, it is to remove the wrong identification. We have thousands of steps in meditation. It may be a mantra, it may be breathing, it may be humming, it may be yantra, hundreds of practices. What is then Viveka is, Viveka literally means to separate from real, to separate real from the unreal. So as I told you how we separate water from the milk, the water has certain properties. So simple. Water has certain properties. Milk has certain properties. So based on the properties, we separate. Can I separate husband from a man, wife from a woman? Job is done. We need not to worry. Employer from a man, employee from a man. We instantly identify. The instant identification causes what? Causes the ignorance. We are doing the same thing again and again in our life. We don't change anything outside. What we are doing, there is a simultaneous awareness of what is real and what is unreal. The moment you do it, what happens? You do it in your mind. Example, I see the water in a mirage, in a desert. So where the knowledge occurs, where the knowledge happens? Does it happen there? At a distance? No, the knowledge happens in the mind. See that? So I drop the attachment to the water. I drop the identification from the water. I drop the identification from the mirage. It happens in the mind instantly. The moment the other guy says, no, you are seeing the mirage, there is no water. Done. Finished. What happens to me now? Can I reach to that state of purity of the mind to recognize real, so the unreal disappears? So what happens when the unreal disappears? All attachment to the world disappears. Naturally it drops. Your attachment drops. You need not to fight with it. And when the attachment drops, then what happens? The mind that is running outside, it has crazy thoughts in me, also drops. So mind is already more or less empty. At that stage you realize what is right and good, because that follows the path of Shreyas. Going back, we know the physical properties of a mustard seed and we know the physical properties of a sand. There are two things. So based on their physical properties, we can separate them. Then what is the second point we understood? That real and the unreal are so mixed up in our head that we don't realize what we are doing in our daily life. First, second part is unreal do not exist. The mirage, the water do not exist. The blueness of the sky does not exist, and still I see. So what I see? I see the essence, the one common element, which I say outwardly my wife. Inside one essence, outside label. Outside is the blueness, which do not exist. So one more step, it takes long story. What are the properties of a real? So that I start searching in my daily life. And what are the properties of unreal? What are the properties of ignorance? What are the properties of wisdom? What are the properties of false nature? What are the properties of real nature? Can you guess? Unreal, the properties of an unreal, that it is constantly changing. It is subjected by the time. It is under cause and effect relationship. And just opposite, what is real? Real nature, what is pure consciousness? It is never changing. It is eternal. It is all pervading. It is of the nature of peace and happiness. Now we have the properties of a real and unreal. That is what exactly we do in meditation. The master says what every master says. What happens? What is the goal of meditation? Goal of meditation is that the knowledge of the reality is revealed in that state. What is the goal of meditation? The knowledge of the reality should be revealed. So when the knowledge is revealed, I know I am of the nature of peace and happiness, love and wisdom. Are you getting? A very small understanding, little understanding of Viveka. The moment we need not to fight with our attachment, we need not to fight with our indulgence, we need not to fight with our likes and dislikes. We need to awaken the Viveka in our mind. The moment that Viveka is awakened in the mind, we have a natural state of dispassion. You have seen the beautiful goddesses in our tradition. You cannot compare those beautiful goddesses with a bar girl. Mind changes. Mind instantly changes. You cannot compare those beautiful goddesses with, what they do, what it is known as catwalk in a fashion show. Women is the same. But what happens to those beautiful goddesses? It is the Viveka that happens in your head. Outwardly you see the same thing. I'm giving you common day-to-day examples. You go to the store, Viveka is there, mind pulls you, no, I like this. And you smile with the Viveka. Do you eat to live or live to eat? That comes to your mind. That is the path of the Shreyas. It happens to you naturally in the state of Viveka. See that. Where the attachment is gone. No, I always like this. That is gone. Whatever comes to me, I will take it. I will accept. You enjoy the life. At that moment also. So where the attachment has gone, so it means applied Viveka has led to a state of dispassion and attachment drops. You need not to fight with it. If you fight with it, you are not practicing meditation. So many people come to me, and has come in New Jersey also. There are a lot of people with the substance abuse. Should I stop it? I said no. Then no comment. Continue doing what you want to do. But provided you are committed to what I am saying to you, what practices you need to do every week, every day. And there were two incidents where one young guy, I think below 30, has left. Totally. Substance abuse. So how do you apply this? Think of this. Contemplate on this, Viveka. My master used to say that anyhow, gradually, I have pulled you to this principle of Viveka. In the beginning, you should have reacted to it. So that is why I brought it today in the 11th session. He doesn't understand. You see that? If you go little deeper, focus, natural, and contemplate what this beard guy is, skin in the beard, physical body, what are the properties of what is unreal? That is constantly changing. This body is constantly changing. This body has been given a different name. This body has been given a mind, has been a different skill set. This mind is also changing. The intellect is changing. The ego and the behavior is changing. But what is at the center? That is real. And that is real self. That is pure consciousness. That is the milk in the water. That is the water as an essence. You remove the water, there is no ocean. You remove the water, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no intellect, there is no ego. Can I live into that simultaneous awareness inside? I abide into my real nature. Outside, I play my role as it comes. I live, I work in meditative state. Meditation is not done, oh, let me do it for an hour. You're not doing some favor to the meditation because you spend 1 hour out of 24 hours. You're not favoring, there is no favor. The journey of meditation is awakening. Awakening means that you live, you work, you speak, you think, and you act in the meditative state. 24/7. Then only it is known as you have succeeded in meditation. So let us do the practice first, and if you have any doubt about Viveka, then we will talk about it. Again, we will practice in stages for the sake of clarity and understanding, even though there are no stages at all. In the stage 1, we prepare and we open the mind to the inner resources. Close your eyes. Close your eyes gently. And let the mind looking inside to the inner resources. I say it, the mind is facing to the self, to the real, with a tagline real. So thought comes and goes, it is changing. So should the mind stay on any thought and should run after any thought, should run after any noise outside, that is keep changing. The mind is care free. That is the first stage. So we are doing an online session. Normally the meditation is almost for about 40 to 50 minute duration, where I give lot of time, maybe 5 minutes on this first step in the stage 1. Position of the body and the mind facing within. So you are fully aware. Any noise, any temperature, any movement is subjected to change, which is unreal. Hence, my mind is not running after unreal. With awareness, that becomes the first step, my friend. Second, being comfortable. And that we go by a simple step. Move your mind to the neck joint. Be there. Feel and experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. Feel the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. It is not that I am saying that you experience, I am not forcing your mind to experience. I am giving an opportunity to your mind to see it clearly. For example, you look at the hip joint. You are there. So when your mind is there, you feel the sensation. And that sensation gives you the knowledge that your hip joint is comfortable. So you experience the steadiness. Simple. We will explore this step in the stage 2 little deeper. And I hope you will definitely pick up. And now the entire body moves from the top of the head to the toes to all the joints of the body, and experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. In that state, we are carefree. What is the meaning of carefree? It is again a knowledge practice. We are applying deep inside our head with awareness. So whatever the thoughts are coming and going and staying and pulling us, all these thoughts are constantly changing. But who knows it? There is something deep inside that knows it. That is not changing. That is how I explain it. By a simile, metaphor, you are standing across a road watching the traffic. They both are different. One is witnessing all the thoughts coming and going, leaving and staying, and the other, there is something that stays, that is constantly aware, makes us carefree. Very good. We have understood carefree. In the stage 2, we will apply Viveka. And I named this step as from physical to the subtlest mind. What is this? So eyes remain closed, body is in the state of steadiness, you're comfortable. Become aware of the world outside your body, in the room, articles, other beings, every object. Who knows the every object outside your body? It is the physical mind. Pay attention, I'm renaming it for the sake of understanding and moving you to Viveka. So in the stage 2, there is a single step, and that gives you a glimpse of the highest reality. So it is a knowledge practice. Are you in a state of comfort, steadiness, carefree? Yes. The mind is looking outside the body, all the objects. So which mind looks at it? The physical mind. Now look at your own body. Your own body, yes. It is the physical body. So it is the physical mind. But that physical mind observes the life in the body, unlike it does not observe the life in other objects. Mind is the same. The quality of the mind has changed. Okay. Look at the breath. Who is looking? Same mind. But with a higher quality. It is the subtle mind that is looking at the breath, not the physical mind. Physical mind will demand name, form, color, sound, taste, smell. The subtle mind has no demand. Do you know the breath? Yes, I know it. Are you aware of the breath moving in and out? Yes, I know it. It is the subtle mind. What is subtler than the breath? Our thoughts, our feeling, our sensations, images, memories. Who is looking? Mind. What is the quality of the mind? It is subtler mind. The subtle mind was looking at the breath, and the subtler mind is able to recognize thoughts, feelings, sensations, images, memories, the whole stuff of the past, projection of the future. Yes, I recognize it. Now ask your mind, what is subtler than these thoughts? Mind has no access. So what happens? There are no contents in the subtlest mental state. That subtlest mind is the seer, is the knower, without any object into it. Inside that subtlest mind is the real self. That is why we say subtlest mind, emptiness of the nothingness. But nothingness or emptiness is just the beginning of a journey into higher meditation. In the stage 3, we will follow the 2 steps of purifying the mind to keep the mind deep within. So looking deep inside the forehead in the space. You are looking at the subtlest mind where there are no contents. Outside, yes, there are. Let there be. On any given day on a beach, you see the horizon. Same way, deep inside the head, there is a horizon, subtlest mind. And in that state, you start breathing short and the quick breath from both the nostrils into the chest. Continue. Quick, fast, quick, short breath from both the nostrils. Expansion and contraction of the chest continues the rib cage in a playful manner. You are playing with the mind and the breath. The moment the mind realizes you are not playing with the breath, the mind will react. Pay attention. Then the mind will move the body. The mind will go somewhere else. Then the mind will do not enjoy. Then the mind will have anxious moment. So keep your mind deep inside the forehead. What did I say to the subtlest mind? In the horizon. And you continue. You continue breathing short in the quick, playful breath from both the nostrils. It is neither Bhastrika nor Kapalbhati. We are using the breath to purify the mind, to deepen our experience, to get rid of what is unreal to the mind. We have taken up the topic of Viveka, Vairagya, the discernment, dispassion, and the Shreyas. And now stop this breath, experience, awareness, knowledge, and experience. What should be your experience? What should be your awareness? Where we have gone deeper in the second stage. The subtlest mind is deepest, where there are no contents. Subtler mind, we have thoughts and feeling. Subtle mind, we have the breath awareness. Physical mind, we have the body. Physical mind, we have the world outside. See that? It becomes very clear. Now take a deep, long, silent, slow breath into the belly and the rib cage, and while breathing out, make the humming sound louder, deeper, longer. Take your time inhaling. Don't make any noise so that you can keep the mind in a heightened state of awareness. Continue. Continue humming. Continue humming. Continue humming, please, as long as deep as possible, and you are aware where the mind is looking. You will experience that subtlest becomes more and more clear. That is why we are doing this. Practice should be a play, fun, and the joy. Then it is real meditation. Krishna says cheerfulness is one of the most precious qualification to succeed in meditation and mindfulness. And now stop this humming. We will deepen the experience in the stage 4. Why? Now we know the goal. Oh, that subtlest mind in the horizon. That we have done in the second stage. So the mind is still there and it continues the practice Let us deepen the experience in the stage 4. Move the mind on the head and the neck. Be there. Experience sensation, relaxation, stillness. If the fan is running at a high speed, I cannot figure out how many it has, how many fan it has. But when it is still, I can easily recognize that is the nature of our mind. It is running so fast all the time, consciously, subconsciously, habitually, animally. So the practice is move the mind on the right arm. Be there and experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. Now see, in the stage for how we apply this step, goal is there, I'm aware. Move the mind on the left arm. Be there. Experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. I want this fan mind to experience this sense of stillness so that I can see what lies within me behind my unreal nature. The middle portion of the body from the shoulder to the waist. You are there. You are there means the mind is there, fully aware, experiencing sensation, relaxation and stillness there. The right leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness for what? What we did in the stage 2. To see within in the horizon where are there no objects in the mind. The entire body. You see, the same step can be applied for a different purpose. So move the mind on the entire body. Be there. Experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. So in the stage 4, that is the first step to deepen the experience. Now, in the same stage 4, can we see that subtlest, so-called the mind? How do we see it? We see it indirectly. The way I told you, sky appears blue but is not. How do I know it in the knowledge? So what we do, when the breath is going inside, sing mentally Om Shanti, directed to the horizon. The mind, breath is coming out, sing mentally Om Shanti, and it points to horizon into the physical space, infinite physical space. As if your mind is trying to touch the end point, what will happen? It will leave the attachment to the world of object, people and the things. Continue. Let me explain it again. You are in the state of sensation, relaxation and stillness. That was the first step of the stage 4. And in that state, when the breath is going in, you sing Om Shanti to touch that horizon where the sky and the earth meets. where the mind and the body meets. That was the point. And when the breath comes out, you sing Om Shanti. You are a seeker, not a singer. But you are singing. You may undergo a variety of experiences like freezing of the body, numbness, tingly, many visions or colors. Recognize them and accept them. Continue the journey. That is the way we progress into the journey of meditation. There was no vision, today you have a vision. It means it is constantly changing. So we have applied the Viveka. Whatever is changing is the properties of unreal. Oh, so Viveka is applied. So I am not attached to any of my experiences. I want to reach to who am I. And now drop this Shantoham also. We move into the stage 5. The same common practice, awareness of the breath. 3-pointed awareness of the breath. You know the breath is going in and out. You know the sensation of the breath going in and out. And the third point, you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. So it is a 3-pointed awareness of the breath in today's last step in the stage 5. I also change these stages for the sake of helping you to progress into higher and the higher journey. Almost you are in a state of doing nothing. So the mind, when it is not doing anything, it reveals the self within. And we have a point that we did in the second stage. Even if you are aware of the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation, no change, what is behind? And the mind instantly goes to that subtlest layer. And now do nothing, live into that state of doing nothing. Awareness, knowledge, and experience. So as I explained in a couple of sessions before, from one point of view, Mindfulness has two major steps. One step where we do some personal effort, and the other, effortlessness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Open your eyes slowly. And we will share our experiences now. How are you, David?
I think I'm getting better.
Yes.
Early on I struggled with my mind, but I actually got so deep there in that meditation, like I just lost everything, and actually my body began to shake for a little bit, for a moment. So it was very, very, very deep.
Very deep, yeah. What a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Continue this practice regularly. I'll be sending you the link. How are you, Jerry?
Doing well, thank you. Yes, it was good practice. I think it's just the levels of it goes very deep and very relaxing and able